Struggling with complex navigation in SwiftUI? Discover how the coordinator pattern combined with MVVM and SwiftData can make your apps scalable and easy to manage. This is the app that we will create. The user is able to add a new contact to the SwiftData database by clicking on the Add button. The contact I will now add is Smith, that has an email address of smith@aol.com. Click on the Save Contact button and then click on View All Contacts, and you can see that Smith has been added to the database. We can also like a contact. So if I wanted to like Smith or add Smith as a favorite, just click on Smith, click on Edit Contact, and then click on the switch, click on Save Changes, go back. As you can see, Smith now has a star that relates to a like. We can also delete a contact from the database. So if I wanted to delete Smith, all I have to do is swipe, and now Smith has been moved from SwiftData database. I can search or filter the database. As you can see, I typed in F and it locates all the names or contacts that includes the letter F. Or if I type in E, it locates all the names that includes the letter E, such as Fred and John Doe. On the main screen, it also shows the amount of contacts in SwiftData. As you can see, at the moment, there's 3 contacts in the database, and it shows the amount of contacts. That includes a like. At the moment, it is 2. As you can see, there's 2 stars there. In this tutorial, we will implement the Add Content view to enable the user to add a new contact and store that contact within SwiftData. Within your SwiftUI project, add a new SwiftUI view. Save the view as Add Contact View. And then type the following. Import SwiftData. At environment. Model context. Private var context. The purpose of line 13, for the model context, that's needed to enable the data manipulation to happen in SwiftData, such as adding and deleting or updating data within SwiftData. So we need to use the model context. At state, private var name, string, at state, private var phone, string. So this is the information that can be stored within SwiftData, within the data table for contacts. String. Next thing we need to do is to delete line 20, add a scroll view, And then within the scroll view, we want the B stack to be scrollable. Each element within the B stack will have a spacing of 20 pixels. Add contact. And then we just style the text element. Font weight. Semi-bold. Foreground. Color. Primary. Got padding. Top. 30 pixels away from the top, and then we need to create a group to keep all of the related elements together. Text field, name, so we need to bind to the name attribute or variable. Text field style, styled text field, the one that we created yesterday. Padding, got horizontal, and then we just copy the text field that we just created and then paste it. And this will be for the phone or phone number, and we bind to the phone variable. And then we need the keyboard type to be phone pad. And what else do we need? Text field style. Oh yeah, we need email. Which is email. The keyboard type will be .email address. And then we need a save button. So for the save button, we need to create a function called save contact. So let's do that now. Private func save contact. So when the user clicks on the save button, the save contact button, the save contact function will be called. New contact equals contact. So to create the new object, we just pass the name and the phone number and email to the initialization method of the contact class. Context.insert. So we save the new contact to SwiftData database. Handle any errors that might happen. Try context.save. And then we catch any errors that might happen. Print failed to save contact. Error. So now we need to go back to the button that we'll call the save contact method. Save contact, and then we just implement the rest of our buttons. So we give our button a caption or text to display what the button means, font weight, bold, padding, foreground color, dot white, background color for the button, which is blue, corner radius, so the button won't have any corners, so I'll make the radius 12, shadow, radius 5, padding, dot horizontal, and then just thinking to see what else we need. Dot padding, top 20, dot padding 10, and also dot accessibility label, just in case we add some UI tests. Might do that later. Save contact. Dot padding horizontal. Dot background color, UI color, dot system background, dot corner radius 15, dot shadow 10, and then the final thing we need to do is just to add our navigation title, which is add contact, and also our navigation bar display mode, which is inline. So that means it will be a little title for the navigation bar. I mean little text, small font for the navigation bar. I'll just compile it. I'm just going to see if the preview works, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And a lot of the time the preview is very slow as well, that's why I don't really use it. But it works, this is what it should look like. This is a preview. So in the next tutorial, we will add our rounded button style view to add more styles to our button, so our buttons look a little bit nicer. So that's for the next tutorial. And then soon we will implement the coordinator for the navigation, for the routing, for the screens. Thank you for joining us. If you found this tutorial helpful, please comment, like and subscribe. See you next week.